What's going on, everybody? Cleepus Tech here, coming back at you with another video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks for the T-Mobile Revvl 6 5G that you might not know about. Now before we go any further, as always, I do want to remind you to hit that subscribe button, and in case you want to learn more about this phone, I will be linking to several other videos about it in the description, as well as some information about pricing, availability, and some of my favorite smartphone accessories. But with that being said, let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a feature called adaptive brightness. Now this feature is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Basically what it's going to do is adjust the brightness of the display based on your environment. So if you're in a really dark area, it's going to dim it because in that situation, you're not going to need it to be that bright. But if you're in a really light area, like outside in the sun for example, it's going to brighten the display to make it easier to see. So to get to this feature, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to settings. From here, go to display. So right here. From this menu, go to adaptive brightness right here. And now of course, toggle it on. And as you can see, it adjusted right away. Now I'm going to show you a quick way to get to your camera. Now opening your camera app on the home screen is easy enough, but if you're doing something else on your phone, like say you're browsing the web for example, instead of going back to your home screen, no matter what you're doing on your phone to quickly open the camera, all you have to do is double press the power key like this, and it's going to open right up. So let's try that one more time on an app. And there we go. And one final time with the display locked. And there we go. So definitely a nice convenient feature to have if you ever want to quickly get to your camera. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is how to show and hide your battery percentage on the status bar. Now as you can see up here, by default, the battery percentage is not going to be showing, and I personally like it like this. It makes everything look a little bit more minimalistic, which definitely can be a nice thing. But that being said, of course, if you want to get a better idea of where your battery life is at, you can actually get the battery percentage up here. So to do this, what you're going to do is go to settings. From here, go to battery. And as you can see, again, by default, battery percentage is going to be off. But of course, all you have to do is toggle it on. And now as you can see, the battery percentage is now on the status bar. Now another thing about the battery percentage I do want to point out here is that even if you don't have the battery percentage up here at all times, whenever you swipe down from the top like this, the battery percentage is always going to be here. So definitely keep this in mind too. Now on the subject of battery features, the next thing I'm going to show you is a feature called the battery saver. This is basically going to put the phone in a lower power mode, restricting stuff like brightness, apps running in the background, and the phone's general performance in order to prolong your battery life. Of course, this is definitely not something you're going to want to use all the time, but if you are in a situation where your phone is dying, then it can definitely come in handy. So to get to the battery saver, there are two different ways to do this. The first way is by going to your settings, go back to that battery menu, and as you can see, the battery saver is right here. Turn it on. And as you can see, we are in battery saver mode. In addition to this, you can also have it turn on automatically. To do this, go to set a schedule, go here, and now you can set a certain percent where you want it to turn on. So for example, I'm going to go to 20. And now if the battery drops to 20%, the battery saver will automatically turn on. Now another quick way to turn this feature on is by swiping down from the top like this, one more time, and the battery saver is going to be in this menu. Now I'm going to show you how to disable the Google feed. Now in case you don't know what it is, the Google feed is this news feed right here. I personally never use it, so if you're like me and you want to turn it off, all you have to do is go to your home screen, press and hold your finger on any blank spot, so like this. From here, go to home settings. And from this menu, as you can see right here, by default, show Google app is going to be on, toggle it off. And now, if you go back to the home screen, the Google feed will no longer show up. Now I'm going to show you two different features that basically do the same thing, tap to wake and lift to wake. To get to these features, first thing you're going to do is go to settings. From here, go to display. And from this menu, these features are going to be at the bottom. So as you can see right here, lift to wake is on by default and tap to wake isn't. But of course, you can turn either of them on or off from here. So we're going to turn both of them on. And essentially, for lift to wake, if I lock the display, put the phone down, and pick it back up, it's going to turn on. And for tap to wake, it's basically the same thing. So if I lock the display, double tap, and it's going to turn on. So definitely not really exciting features or anything, but I personally do think they're pretty cool to have. Now I'm going to show you how to use the power button to end a call. Now for whatever reason, this function is not on by default, but luckily it is really easy to turn on. So first things first, go to settings. From here, go to accessibility. So right here. From this menu, go to system controls. So right here. Again, power button ends call is going to be off, but if you turn it on, now whenever you're on a call and you want to end it, all you have to do is press the power button. Now I'm going to show you how to use split screen. Unfortunately, this phone doesn't have any shortcuts for it like a lot of phones do, but it's still really easy to use. So first things first, we're going to go to recent apps. As you can see, I have the two apps I want to use open, so for whatever app you want on top, press and hold on the icon. From here, go to split screen. And now I'm going to select the other app. And that's pretty much it. From here, you can change the sizes. And of course, if you want one app to take over, you can slide this bar either all the way up or all the way down. Now I'm going to show you how to make a screen recording with the T-Mobile Revvl 6. So what you're going to do is swipe down from the very top of the screen, so like this, drag this all the way down, so like that, and the screen record button is going to be somewhere in this menu. So if you just have the default here, it's going to be on the second page. So tap here where it says screen record start. And we got a couple different options here. So for audio, by default the audio is going to be off. So if you want sound, toggle this on. And as you can see, it's currently set to record device audio. So if you're recording a video or a game or music or something like that, if you hit this drop down, you can also have it record the microphone, so if you want to narrate it, or device audio and microphone. In addition to this, you can have it show touches on the screen, so basically wherever you touch, it's going to have a cursor show up. So we're going to turn that on, and once you're done here, hit start. There's going to be a countdown. And now we are recording. So you can do whatever you want. There's the cursor right here. And when you're done, swipe down like this, hit stop. And it's going to be saved right to your photos. And finally, the last thing I'm going to show you is how to edit the quick menu. Now, in case you don't know, the quick menu is basically just this menu right here. And as you can see, there are a bunch of features on it. But of course, this can be customized, so you can take out things you don't use and add things you do. To do this, hit this icon right here. And as you can see, it's going to show you everything you currently have on the menu. And below this line, these are the features you can add. So if you want to take something off, press and hold on the icon, drag it to the other side. So there we go. And if you want to add something, press and hold, drag it over, and that's pretty much it. Now when you're done, there's no save button or anything. All you have to do is hit the back button, and it's going to change right away. But that being said, if you want to reset it, hit these dots right here, hit reset, and it's going to go right back to the default. But this concludes my tips and tricks video for the T-Mobile Revvl 6 5G. Again, if you want to learn more about this phone, I will be linking to several other videos about it in the description, as well as some information about pricing, availability, and some of my favorite smartphone accessories, so definitely check that out too. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow Kalibas Tech on Twitter and Instagram. And as always, I will see you in the next video.